Unlimited! Don't you dare be sour. Stand up and clap for your world's greatest Wrestlemania podcast and feel the power.
It's a new podcast. Yes, it is. All right. That's an appropriate way to start off this unlimited podcast where we are going to be tackling the big stuff, the good stuff. It is WrestleMania week. God damn it.
We are excited. We are ready to dedicate like nearly half our day on Sunday to
Good
WrestleMania.
Good God Almighty. 8-hour show expected. 15 matches, plus NXT, plus the Hall of Fame, plus the wonderful Raw and SmackDown that we get the night and the night after that.
And then Saturday you have the G1 special with the ROH and New Japan show.
That I was considering going to. If I wasn't working, I would have, but...
Oh, also, just so you know how you have my New Japan World login?
Yes.
It's on New Japan World.
Oh, sweet. So I'll probably check it out then. Maybe not this weekend. Maybe it'll be like next weekend.
Probably gonna watch it Sunday morning.
Gotcha. Anyway, I'm Matt from Unlimited, rocking my NWO shirt for the first time ever on this channel. And there's Walter, and he's not rocking his NWO shirt. What is that?
I have a Marvel shirt.
You picked the wrong podcast for this, Walter. I apologize that my hair is all out of order and that
Same.
I sound tired because I am. It's 10 o'clock, damn it. But
it's also Bret Litke's birthday.
Happy birthday, Bret Litke. He will potentially be joining us later on.
And when he does, you will all have a special treat.
Yeah, Walter has prepared something very, very special for Mr. Litke. So that'll be interesting. So yeah, it's WrestleMania week, and WrestleMania takes place this Sunday from my stomping ground, MetLife Stadium, East Rutherford, New Jersey.
What, like 15 minutes from where you're sitting right now?
Pretty much, yeah. On a good drive, 10, 15 minutes from my house. But am I going?
No.
Correct. Yeah, it was in the works to try to go, but then I saw the prices and I'm like, yeah, it's probably not going to be worth it.
But then you have the next two Big Four pay-per-views, which will be attended by Unlimited members.
This is true. This August, SummerSlam comes to you from Toronto. And Bret Litke will be flying out from Edmonton to go to Toronto and go to SummerSlam. I believe he's going to NXT as well.
He's going to all 4 days.
Yeah, he actually got a pretty good deal going to all 4 shows, so good for him. And then this coming November, Survivor Series comes to you from Chicago, and Mr. Walter Main will be attending that.
Yes, I will.
So
I had Bret look up like the prices of the tickets in the section that I got them in.
Mm-hmm.
Double what I paid for them.
Wow. Good God. But yeah, so a lot of big stuff coming up because, we have 2 people from the channel that are going to these shows. So expect some videos coming up in the summer months and in the fall.
Yes.
But for now, we have a giant beast to tackle, and it's not Brock Lesnar, but it involves Brock Lesnar.
Yes.
And that's this mammoth WrestleMania card. I believe, if I remember correctly, this might have the most matches of any Mania card. Maybe one of the early ones had more, but I don't think so.
Maybe WrestleMania 2, because it had like 3 separate cards.
You know what? I'm going to look that up right now. Either WrestleMania 2 or WrestleMania 4. Because I know 4 had the tournament.
WrestleMania 3 had a ton of matches too.
So WrestleMania 2 had 12 matches, 4 on each or in each city.
Oh, No, I wouldn't be upset if I attended because I know they, on the screens at the arenas, they did play the other cards.
True. Yeah, but at the same time, though, like, you want to see the live action, you don't want to be looking at a screen.
Exactly.
WrestleMania 3 had 12 matches. WrestleMania 4 is probably going to be the closest. WrestleMania 4 had more.
How many? How many did it have?
That's 16. So we have 15. So this WrestleMania does not have the most matches. It's going to be the longest show.
Yeah, it's projected at this point to be 7.5 hours.
Between the 2-hour pre-show and at least 5 hours of main show.
Yeah.
It's going to be a big hill to climb this Sunday. But we're going to do it, and we're going to do it together, and then we're going to come back on Wednesday with our WrestleMania review podcast.
Yes.
On this channel with some special guests. Be on the lookout for that. Anyway,
we're getting Vince McMahon.
Yeah, obviously we're getting Vince McMahon. We're getting Triple H. Kevin Dunn's joining us. John Cena.
If Kevin Dunn joined us, I would spend the entirety of the podcast cussing him out, telling him to stop with the Zoom cuts, telling him to stop with constant crowd cuts, telling him to just stop it.
Just stop it. Get some help.
Yes.
If Kevin Dunn was on this podcast, I would probably feed him carrots. Bucky Dunn, baby. Anyway.
I forget what it was, but like some YouTube channel is talking about Kevin Dunn, and instead of putting a picture of him up, they put like a picture of a beaver.
Oh my god. Bucky Beaver. So, are you ready, Walter?
I'm as ready as I will ever be.
It's time to tackle this mammoth card, starting with the 3 pre-show matches, because of course we need 3 matches on the pre-show.
One of them I'm fairly not okay with being on the pre-show.
Cruiserweight match?
Yes.
Yeah, I haven't been paying attention to 205 Live, so to me it's just another match, but
that feud has basically been built up since Buddy won the title.
And when did Buddy win the title?
October.
Yeah.
It started out with him and Tony as friends, and then Tony like they were always putting Tony in number 1 contender matches, and he was coming up short. And then he won the tournament, and then Buddy turned on him. So,
there's storyline history.
Right. You can't give that. Make it the opener of the main card. Jesus.
In the grand scheme of things, we need Bobby Lashley versus Finn Balor, a match that we've seen 100 times already on the main show.
Or as much as, I know this would probably get shit on, but, put the women's tag title match on the pre-show.
Hell, put the SmackDown tag title match on the pre-show.
Yeah. A match that literally was announced yesterday.
Yeah. And a match that, how many variations of multi-team tag matches have we seen over the past month?
A lot.
Yeah, and we're getting another one at Mania. It's just unneeded.
Right. Put that on the pre-show, put the Cruiserweights on the main show. Boom.
Yeah, something. So I guess since we're talking about it, we'll start with that match. Buddy Murphy defending his Cruiserweight Championship against Tony Nese. Gonna be honest, up until this match was announced, I forgot Tony Nese was on the roster. That's mainly just me not watching 205 Live, so
yeah.
Yeah, so this match
it's gonna be great.
I hope it's good, and I think it's gonna be good.
They both have very similar styles. They both meld power game with striking and the cruiserweight high flying really well.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, I think Tony Nese is going to take it.
I'm going to agree. Last couple pay-per-views, I've been picking Buddy Murphy. I think now is the time to strike with someone new.
Yeah. And move Buddy Murphy to Raw or SmackDown. Like, I think it's about time.
Maybe, yeah, Raw or Raw and SmackDown could use like at least one more fresh face.
Yeah.
Like someone a little bit different.
Like,
so,
and I think Raw is kind of starving for a new heel. So
yeah,
throw him on Raw.
I agree. And now we have 2 battle royals to tackle. Both of which were just kind of randomly thrown in and announced.
Right.
Like the first real mention of it was Braun Strowman just randomly bringing it up on Raw that he was entering. And then the women's match, I think that was
announced on .com.
Yeah. So to me, I understand why they do these 2 battle royals.
Yeah.
It'd be nice if they added something to it, like a shot at a future like mid-card title shot, or for the women, a women's tag.
A title shot of the winners choosing.
Yeah, or hell, maybe you can make like the Andre Battle Royal feature NXT guys, and maybe like have the winner jump up to the main roster.
Yeah.
It's just, it defeats the purpose every year if the winner goes, if the guy who wins the match wins it and doesn't do anything.
Right.
See Cesaro, see Baron Corbin, like see Mojo Rawley.
Ugh.
Yeah. Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. So far, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, let me just do this. 29 entrants have been announced so far for the Battle Royal.
So there's 1 left.
2 of them are celebrities.
Yes.
Let's just think about that for a second. That's what we think of the Andre the Giant Battle Royal.
Mm-hmm.
We need to spotlight Michael Shea and Colin Jost over, other people.
Yeah.
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 So, obviously, Braun Strowman has to be the favorite. And it's not even because, he's the big guy. But it's because literally you look at the field and it's like, who else is really left?
Have they announced anyone that like even could possibly win, you think?
The only other person I can see winning... Actually, no. There are 2 people that I can see winning.
Yeah.
For sadistic reasons, Jinder Mahal.
Oh my god, I would probably die laughing.
And then the only other sneak... let me rephrase that. Okay, there are 3 choices for me. Jinder's one of them because they have a hard-on for him. The other one's Ali. Yeah, now it's
That'd
Ali.
Be cool.
And then the other one's Andrade. I just feel like Braun's too obvious.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with Ali.
I'm gonna go Andrade.
Okay.
I think they have big things in store for Andrade, and this very well could be like the start of it.
Yeah, I definitely envision Andrade being a main event guy.
Oh yeah.
And I expect him to start getting put into world title matches, like maybe as soon as SummerSlam.
Yeah.
He's tremendously improved as a performer. I love his character work. He's really good in the ring.
Like, just look back at his match with Gargano from TakeOver Philadelphia.
Mm.
That's a main event style match. That match was just incredible.
I agree. And then the women's battle royal. So far, only 13 women have been announced. So obviously, I'm pretty sure that they're gonna have some NXT women come up.
Yeah.
Maybe some of the women that other random women that we saw in the women's Rumble match,
right,
will pop up too. But so far, only 13 announced women.
Yeah.
And again, I look at this match, and really, realistically, you look at the field and you see only one choice, and it's Asuka.
It has to be Asuka.
But to me, it just feels too obvious.
But even though it's obvious, she's my pick, because if you go from taking the title off her to having her eliminated from a battle royal, just no. So I'm going Asuka.
That can kind of strengthen the Barry argument that a lot of people have been saying about her.
Especially if she's eliminated randomly in the middle of it.
By Mandy Rose or someone like that.
If she's eliminated at the very end by someone, fine.
Yeah, even if it's even if
a
she
returning Ember Moon.
Yeah, that could work too.
But who knows if she's ready.
Yeah, right. Even if she goes on a rampage and eliminates the last 5 people and then somebody eliminates her, I'd be fine with that.
Yeah. A heel eliminates her from behind.
Which brings me to my pick. It's not. I really don't think it's Asuka. I really don't think that. Oh no, I wasn't picking Lacey Evans. Lacey Evans is not even announced for this match.
I guarantee she's going to be in it.
Oh, you know what? Okay, now that you said that, god damn it. Now that you said that, it's I have to pick her now.
But who are you actually picking?
I'm going to pick Nikki Cross.
I would love that. I would honestly love that.
Again, to me, Asuka and Braun just feel too obvious. I think that they're going to give someone different some kind of a shine here.
Yeah.
And Nikki Cross is definitely someone who needs it.
Yeah. Nikki Cross is great.
She is great, but lately, so far in her main roster run, she has not looked good.
She hasn't been given the opportunity to look good or bad.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So that brings us to the main card of 12 matches. Oh, good God almighty. Where do we even begin? Yeah, where do you want to start, Walter?
Let's start with the women's tag titles.
Fair choice. Women's Tag Team Championship Fatal 4-Way match. Bayley and Sasha defending their titles against Nia Jax and Tamina. The reuniting team of the Divas of Doom, which are Hall of Famer Beth Phoenix and Natalya, and
they're my pick.
All right. Damn.
I love the Iconics. I think that there's going to be a moment of chaos, and one of them is going to be legal, and they're going to sneak in the back door and get a win.
I can see that happening. Jake just said, "Oh my God, Walter," with 3 laughing faces. I could see that happening. I can also see Nia and Tamina being like how Harper and Rowan were last year. But do you really want them as champions?
No. The Bludgeon Brothers are at least good.
This is true. But you know what? The sadistic side of me wants to pick them. And you know what? I'm going to pick them. Nia and Tamina.
God.
So far, the only match we've agreed on is the Cruiserweight match.
Yes.
So, like, if in case you guys don't know, we're doing a predictions contest every pay-per-view. We tally up our predictions. So far, Walter's ahead.
Yes.
I don't remember the score, but
I think I'm like 13-3.
And you're 13-3, and I'm 11-5.
Yeah.
So, but Walter and I both discussed this a while ago, saying, you know, we may be really close now, but WrestleMania is really going to make or break us.
Yes, because of all the matches. This is like three pay-per-views.
This is literally 3 pay-per-views, and so far we've discussed 4 matches, and in 3 of them we've had different predictions.
Yes.
So, who knows? I guess sticking with tag teams, the SmackDown tag title match.
Oof.
We got the Usos defending against Ricochet and Aleister Black, Shinsuke Nakamura and Rusev, and The Bar, Cesaro and Sheamus. Just think about this. 1 year ago, Shinsuke was in a WWE title match.
Mm-hmm. That a lot of people thought he was going to win.
And also 1 year ago, probably the most over guy on that WrestleMania 34 show was Rusev. Yeah. My. How times have changed. Also a year ago, the Usos finally got on the main show, and they were basically squashed. So hopefully we don't get a repeat of that.
No. I think they're going to retain.
You think that? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
It's tough. You could make a case for all 4 teams.
I can make a case for 3. Even though I could totally see Nakamura and Rusev winning. Just out of the blue.
Yeah, they're like, you can sort of make a case for them, but the other 3, you can absolutely make a case for them winning.
I'm gonna go with Aleister and Ricochet. You know, if they are going to keep them as a team for a while, might as well establish them by having them win the belts at the biggest show of the year.
Right. It'll be their 3rd title match in 6 days.
Yeah.
Because they have the title match on Raw. Then they're facing War Raiders at TakeOver for the titles. And then they're going for the titles at Mania.
Good God Almighty.
I hope they do something cool with Aleister Black's entrance at Mania.
I hope so too.
Like, even if it's something like as simple as like have fire surrounding it when he gets pushed up, and have it not creak like it did on SmackDown.
Oh, it did? I didn't even know it
creaked.
Oh God,
it was funny.
That must have been so awkward.
You just hear.
Oh my God. I guess we can just get this match out of the way. We pretty much know who's going to win this match. IC title match, Bobby and Finn.
Finn, he's the demon. The demon doesn't lose.
Yeah, do we really even have to debate about that?
I would probably I would be fine if they basically did like SummerSlam this past year and just had him win in like a minute.
Wouldn't surprise me, honestly. I'm having phone issues. No. We interrupt this show from Effie's phone. All right. I'm just keeping tabs of the predictions. All right, we're good. All righty. Where to next, Walter?
God. Triple H Batista.
All right. That's actually an interesting one.
It's been a good build. It's been a very good build.
It's been a good build, but like we've talked about, I just feel like this was just an excuse to get Triple H on the card.
Yeah.
It just feels very out of place. It feels very random. It just feels like they said, well, we need him on the card. Here's what we're going to do. That's it. And I don't know if this match is really needed. As much as I think it's going to be good.
Yeah.
Is it needed?
Probably not. But that being said, like my one fear is that it's going to be your typical slow Triple H brawl.
That's going to take up at least like 30, 35, 40 minutes of the show if you can include entrances too. Oh, God.
Yeah. Like Triple H hammering punches away with like 10 seconds between each punch.
Triple H! Oh, my God.
But I think Triple H is winning.
You do. See, again, it feels too obvious.
You think this is it for him?
Is it really it for him, though? Like, he's in charge of the company. He can just reverse it. Like, dude, come on. When was the last time a retirement was actually taken seriously?
True.
I mean, hell, we all thought Shawn would never come out of retirement, and 8 years later, he did.
Mm-hmm.
So, there we go. So, you're going to go with Triple H.
Yeah.
Listen, I typically don't believe the dirt sheets and like all in the rumor mill and all that stuff. I've been hearing a lot of stuff that Batista, this might not be his last appearance.
Really?
So if that's going to be the case, I would want him to look strong and to be booked strong and as a result win this match. So I'm gonna go with Batista.
Okay.
It's gonna be it's interesting it's an interesting match, and it's actually not as easy as it seems to like predict. Because Triple H and Batista, they have the long history. The story basically is Triple H has never beat him. So who's to say he does?
Exactly.
It's a no-holds-barred match, though, so hopefully we get at least a little bit of extreme out of it.
Some chairs, some tables.
Yeah, at least your standard weapons.
And there's going to be a sledgehammer. You know it. I know it.
Someone's going to die. Anyway. Batista might die.
Even though I don't think they would do it, what I think would be a neat callback to their last one-on-one match would be if they brought out a barbed wire chair again.
Oh, man. The barbed wire chair from that damn Hell in a Cell match.
Oh, that Hell in a Cell match was brutal.
Oh, God. They used the freaking... I remember when Triple H had the chain.
And just, like...
He was literally choking him. He was literally hanging him.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. And then the barbed wire chair, You had the sledgehammer. Oh my god, the most gruesome spot for me is when Batista was down, Triple H was on the middle rope, Batista had the sledgehammer in his hand, Triple H just goes and dives, Batista puts the sledgehammer up, and it hits him right in the throat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, that Hell in a Cell match was awesome, but it was so brutal.
Oh yeah.
All right, I guess since we're on the topic of retirements and last time evers, I guess. Kurt Angle versus Baron Corbin.
See, I think the easy pick is Kurt Angle.
And I think the easier pick is Kurt Angle, and he squashes them. The match is very, very short, like a minute, maybe 2 minutes. Which, again, makes me think that this can just be done on an episode of Raw.
But since it's Kurt Angle's retirement, I think it fits.
I think
he did at Mania.
Yeah, I think he warrants like one last hoorah at Mania.
Yeah.
So this one's again tough to predict.
I'm going Angle, even though it's obvious. I think that's what they're gonna do.
Okay.
Like, I think they would have put someone else in there if they wanted him to go out on his back, putting someone over.
Yeah.
But I think he's going to get the feel-good moment at Mania.
Also, I think about it from like a health perspective. Let's just say Corbin does win. Literally any one of his finishing moves can kill him.
Oh, yeah. Like, I love both his finishing moves, but End of Days, I don't know if Kurt could pull that off.
One slip-up of End of Days and all those neck injuries that Kurt Angle had, yeah, his life might be done.
Deep Six would probably be fine for him to take.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
I'm going to also go Kurt Angle. I just think that's the safe bet. But like I said, I'm not really expecting much out of this match. I'm expecting just a short, like, run-of-the-mill Angle match that he has today.
Yeah.
So yeah, there we go. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've gone through 8 matches, and we still have 7 left. So now is the perfect time to say, if you like this video, leave a like. If you don't like it, leave a dislike. If you want to be involved, leave a comment. If you want other people knowing about us, then share. And if you want to see all of the great content on this channel, all you have to do is look at our page. Look at it. Look at all of this content right here. This can all be yours with a click of that subscribe button. To be fair, it's yours even if you don't subscribe. But if you want to be, if you want to know more about what's going on with the channel, like our Facebook page, join our Facebook group, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Instagram, follow our Twitch channel, which is going to be starting up hopefully in the next month or so. There we go. Follow Walter on Twitter, Bret on Twitter, myself on Twitter. Everything is on the description. Everything is in, the description box down below. One thing is for sure, that this Tuesday night we will be getting the post Wrestlemania Raw SmackDown recap with Walter Main and Bret Litke. That's immediately following SmackDown Live. And then Wednesday night, time to be determined still, but we will be reviewing this mammoth WrestleMania show. So yeah, join us on the Unlimited Podcast next week as well.
And a week from this coming Tuesday, we will be reviewing and doing the recap for the Superstar Shakeup.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Wow, you freaking planned something and I didn't even know about it. Okay. Okay. Let's get the predictable stuff out of the way. Shane versus Miz.
Miz. Good build, super predictable. Shane doesn't win at WrestleMania. Shane doesn't win ever. It's gonna be Miz. He's gonna have his big moment.
I'm partially convinced that that's why WWE brought back Daniel Bryan last year, so Shane could get a win at WrestleMania. Vince was like, listen, dude.
Come back and team with Shane so he can actually win at Mania.
My son needs a victory.
Other than the one he has over me.
Yeah. I expect this match to open the show.
I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think it'd be a very solid match.
Especially throwing the Fall Count Anywhere stipulation.
Absolutely. It's going to have like the AJ Shane match, the vibe that match had. It's going to have the same vibe to it.
I would think, yeah.
Yeah, and the Falls Count Anywhere stipulation, even better. I think that you're probably going to get some kind of an OMG moment out of Shane. We'll see. Maybe he'll jump off the top of the cover of the ring.
Yes.
So Shane McMahon is going to open the show by dying.
He's going to jump off the stadium.
Good God. No, you know what they should do? The Izod Center is still across the street, but it's vacant. They should literally go across the street to the Izod Center.
That'd be hilarious.
And just brawl in there. But yeah, I think it's going to be a fun match. But like we said, it's very predictable. Now, predictable doesn't necessarily mean bad, but it's predictable nonetheless. Yeah. Now here is a tough one for me. Because, you know, being WWE fans as long as we are, we know how the WWE operates with their top stars. Reigns versus McIntyre. First things first, I've actually really liked the build-up to this match.
Yeah, Drew has looked like an absolute star.
And I think that this is a perfect match for Roman, a big singles match in his return. At least from an in-ring aspect of it.
Right.
From like a character win-loss aspect, who knows? This one's really tough for me.
I think it would be at least semi-detrimental for either guy to eat a decisive loss. So I don't think this is going to be super decisive. I think it's going to come with a flash move, something out of nowhere, something real quick. And both those guys have finishers that can be hit like that.
Yeah. I think that the one thing that this match is missing is a stipulation.
Yeah.
I would have liked... I know we already have a no-holds-barred match and we already have a Falls Count Anywhere match, but this could have benefited from like even make it an I Quit match. Or a last man standing match.
Right.
Just something to it because it feels personal enough to warrant a stipulation.
Yeah. I'm going to go out on a limb and I'm going to pick Drew.
Okay.
And I'm going to think they're going to build him up as a heel by saying he took out all the members of the Shield.
Ooh, that's good. Do you see him as champion by SummerSlam?
Yeah.
Okay.
I see not SummerSlam, no, because we'll get to why later, but I think around Rumble.
Okay.
I think he's champ coming into Mania next year.
I could see that. If not the WWE champion, probably the Universal champ.
Yeah.
Oh man. I agree with the point that you made that WWE is basically backing themselves into a corner here. And it's not really a corner that I think they can get out of. Because it's like, if Roman loses, do you really want him losing at Mania? But if Drew loses, then, do the fans really want Drew losing at Mania? I'm going to go with Roman. Because I feel like WWE, it's WrestleMania, they want as many feel-good moments as possible.
Yeah.
And I think that Roman, in his first big-time singles match back from cancer...
I think, for me, this is one feel-good moment that I think they're not going to give.
Okay.
But I think they're going to give quite a few more.
Yeah, and we'll get to one of them later on.
Yeah.
Or two of them, actually.
3 of them.
Yeah, potentially 3 of them. Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Roman. But I think that Drew is at least gonna look really good.
Oh yeah, Drew. They're gonna make sure Drew looks really, really good.
Yeah, hopefully this isn't just a squash match.
Like I said, if Roman wins, I think it's gonna be a thing where Drew hits him with something, then Drew turns away, catches breath, then turns back around into a spear.
Something like that, yeah.
I always love the camera work on a lot of the flash finishes. You remember at Survivor Series when Charlotte wasn't in camera, Rousey was doing her hype up thing, and then you just see Charlotte explode into camera with a spear.
Yeah.
I could see that being something like that being the finish.
Okay. Yeah, I think that whatever finish they come up with, hopefully it makes both of them look good in their own ways.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be like everyone on the internet and be like, "Oh, Drew got buried at WrestleMania."
It's Roman Reigns. You don't get buried by losing to the biggest star in the company at WrestleMania in a featured feud. Yeah. Unless it's a 10-second match.
Yeah, unless Roman Reigns just goes out there and hits one spear and then that's it.
Right.
Listen, I'm not gonna call it a burial if he loses. If they do nothing with him afterwards, then yes, I'll call it a burial. But
right.
Yeah. So yeah, there we go. U.S. Championship match. I actually wanted to bring this up earlier. But yeah, Samoa Joe versus Rey Mysterio, maybe happening, maybe not.
Yeah, because he tweaked his ankle, when he was flipping out of the backdrop or whatever on Raw. He tweaked his right ankle.
So, first question: does Rey show up?
I think so.
I don't.
You don't?
I think that if they're not going to do something with Cena and Elias, then this is what they'll thrust Cena into.
Oh my God, Cena! I would love that.
I mean, if we're getting these dream matches like AJ and Orton, and we'll get to that in a few minutes, why not do Cena Joe? It's not going to be as long and drawn out as we think it'll be, but at least it'll happen. So yeah, I think that Rey doesn't come back and Cena takes over and Joe retains against Cena.
I completely agree. I think no matter which of the two are in the match, I think Joe retains.
Yeah, I don't think it makes any sense for Ray to win the U.S. title here. And if Cena does come back, if he's going to come back to win a title, I want him to win 17. I don't want him to win the U.S. belt.
Right.
So yeah, like I said, I wanted to bring this up earlier. I don't know why I didn't. It's just another one of those matches, and there's a theme here. It's just a match that just kind of seems there.
Yeah.
I don't think we're getting Bret tonight.
Doesn't look like it.
Which is unfortunate. But we wish Bret a very happy birthday.
Yes.
Hopefully he's not going too crazy up there in Canada.
True.
Hopefully we get him for the review show next week. So yeah, be on the lookout for that too. So now we get into the real nitty-gritty, the real heart of wrestling.
The meat of the card.
The meat of the card. And we start off with a match that's several years in the making.
A match I didn't realize I wanted to see so bad.
A match that, even myself included, when people were bringing this match up, I was thinking to myself, like, I don't know if I really have interest in it, but you know, as I've been seeing the build up to this,
the build-up's been outstanding.
And just like, and even people like I watch the Schleg Daddy all the time, and I know how like jaded and negative he can be, but for him to even say like this is the type of match that every WrestleMania needs, like, you know, WWE has something special here.
Yeah.
This to me feels like Kurt versus Shawn back at 21. And I think it's going to go dead smack in the center of the card where it should. AJ Styles, Randy Orton.
This is going to be outstanding. I think Randy's going to pull out more than just his usual, hey, I'm going to slap a headlock on for 5 minutes.
Oh, God, I hope so.
And I think AJ's going to pull out all his stops. I could see us seeing like maybe some of AJ's TNA moves that he hasn't pulled out yet. Like maybe see a spiral tap, maybe see things along those lines.
I hope so, yeah. But yeah, this to me, like I said, has that HBK angle type of vibe to it. And I think that every WrestleMania can benefit having a match like this. There's no titles on the line, no intricate storylines involved. It's just two guys with a beef facing off.
Yeah.
That's it. So yeah, I expect this match to be really good. But again, to me, I think it's really hard to predict.
I think AJ wins.
Okay.
And I am not super confident in that, but
me neither.
AJ wins. I think he's gonna fake him out with a phenomenal forearm, and Orton's gonna take the fake and like go for an RKO and like back bump himself.
Oh man.
And then he's gonna, from that, he's either gonna like flip in the ring, put on a calf crusher or a Styles Clash, or even just right after that, go into the phenomenal forearm. And I think AJ wins.
Okay. See, the thing with me is Orton has been irrelevant for so long now.
Since the Hardy feud.
Since the Hardy feud, Orton's just kind of been there. With that said, maybe this can be a good time to give him a win. Especially because AJ, he just got out of the world title picture. A loss is not going to kill him.
No, a loss is not going to affect AJ.
No.
Or Orton.
Especially considering he lost his most recent championship match. He lost via interference by Rowan. It's not even like he lost clean.
Right.
So With that said, I'm going to pick Randy Orton. I'd be perfectly fine if AJ won. I'd honestly be okay if Orton won. This is one of those matches where if the match is good and the finish is good, no matter who wins, I'm fine with it.
Absolutely. And I completely agree.
And I never thought I'd say that about a match involving Randy Orton, but I did.
Yeah, this build has been fantastic. I'm just looking forward to the match. Mm-hmm. Like, the segment they did to kick off SmackDown this week, so freaking good.
Yeah, I still have yet to watch it, but I'll definitely look at that.
AJ pulled, like, my favorite line of the whole thing, Orton was like, yeah, well, you were wrestling in high school gyms, trying to impress the dozens and dozens of people. I was at WrestleMania performing in front of tens and tens and tens of thousands of people. And AJ was like, yeah, during that time, you were in the WWE, getting suspended for failing drug tests.
That's awesome. Didn't he get suspended once for like throwing or like spitting gum at a fan?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I hear from a certain section of the audience, a certain segment of the audience, that Orton's a really nice guy, and then I hear from a lot of other people that Orton's just a giant dick.
I think it depends on what mood you catch him in.
Yeah, because he strikes me as, someone who's a little bit moody.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, days and months and years of doing this, you're obviously not going to be happy every single day.
Oh, of course not.
No. So yeah, I'll go with Orton. Perfect. Now we get to the title matches.
Mm-hmm.
The big title matches.
I am so pumped for all three of these matches.
I am pumped for all three of them as well, but I don't think each of them is going to have a happy ending. We're going to start with the Universal title match. The winner of the 2019 Men's Royal Rumble match, Seth Rollins, challenging Brock Lesnar for the Universal title. It's been an interesting build-up. It started off kind of It's gotten a little bit better, but still a little And to me, I when I said this on the call the other day, I actually wasn't exaggerating. When I look at this match, there are 5 other matches that I like better than this. This is just a match that's there for me. You probably have a different vibe, though.
Oh, yeah. I think it's going to be great. I think, especially with how Brock's shown he's willing to work with the smaller guys, the quicker guys. I think it's going to be really good, especially since you take what he's been doing with them, and I think you turn it up quite a few more notches because it's WrestleMania.
Yeah, I'm expecting to see some cool stuff from this. I'm not really expecting it to go tremendously long. It maybe be 8 to 10 minutes.
I could see it going 15.
I think 15 is a good max. A good max number.
Yeah.
But again, to me, it's just Rollins winning seems too obvious.
I'm going to put it this way. And I'm going to look at it not from I don't want Brock to be champion, not from I'm a huge Seth Rollins fan. Since 2013, one Royal Rumble winner has won their title match at WrestleMania. And that's been John Cena.
True.
Batista lost. Reigns lost. Triple H won the title. Oh, 2, because Orton in 2017. And then Shinsuke lost.
Yeah.
I think just for the sense of keeping the Royal Rumble feeling like a big deal, I think Seth has to win, and I'm picking Seth.
I think that and I know I understand your perspective and I agree with it. But from a perspective of just Brock as champion, I think Rollins needs to win.
Yeah.
It's time for something different.
I agree. And you can still have Brock be around. You can still have him in featured matches. Like, you can bring him back. Like, treat him differently than everyone. Like, treat him to where you announce the match, then build it.
Yeah.
Like
kind of how like UFC does their matches.
Yeah. Like say, have Brock go away, and then like in June, be like, oh, well, hey guys, at SummerSlam we're gonna get Brock Lesnar versus this person.
Yeah.
I can't even think of who you put him in there with. Maybe
I don't either.
AJ. Do AJ Part 2.
Maybe AJ Part 2, or maybe if Drew doesn't win the title in the next couple months, maybe Drew.
Yeah.
And that strikes me as more of a Survivor Series match, maybe later down the road.
Yeah. But yeah, like at SummerSlam, like in June, like in like the middle of the June pay-per-view, then be like, and don't forget this August it's SummerSlam, and we're gonna have Brock Lesnar versus AJ Styles, or like do that as like a commercial.
Yeah, I'd be fine with that.
And just like have that be how Brock's treated. Have his matches announced, then built.
I'd be all right with that. Yeah, like I'm just looking at it from a perspective of I just don't want Brock as champ again.
Same.
B, if he does win, what the hell does he do?
Drop it to Roman again.
Probably, and from what I'm hearing, if again, I take anything that's said on the internet, any rumors with a grain of salt. The new rumor is by SummerSlam, Roman's going to be back in the title picture. So we could be looking at another Roman Brock match if Brock retains.
Yeah.
But with that said, they have been known to just pull stuff out of their ass before. And I think that they're going to again. So I'm going to go with Brock.
Okay.
You know, I don't want this to be my prediction. I don't want Brock to win. I hope that Seth Rollins kills him.
Goes for an F5, it's countered straight into a curb stomp.
Good God. And he's dead.
That would be cool looking, but that would take so much coordination.
Yeah, right. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Brock. Here's another. Before we get to the last two matches, there are a couple of wrestlers that I really don't know how they fit into Mania if they're going to. First things first, where is Dean Ambrose even going to be on this card?
Catering.
Probably.
Unless he inks a new deal. I think if he inks a new deal backstage, like that night, or if he's inked one since Monday.
Ooh, wait a minute. I have an idea. If they're not going to have like Roman or Ambrose turn on each other, which I don't think they're going to do that. Have Roman win his match, and then have Ambrose come out to celebrate with him, and then Ambrose grabs the mic and says, "Hey, guess what? I just signed a new deal.
I'm here to stay.
I'm here to stay for you, with you, next to you."
Yeah.
I think that'd actually be a perfect finish to that match.
Yeah.
Other than that, though, I don't really know where he fits.
Maybe if I have an idea, even if he hasn't signed.
Okay.
There's a ref bump.
Oh, okay.
In the Universal title match. In his last act of being in the company, Ambrose helps Seth win.
Okay. And maybe after the match he grabs the mic and he's like, "Yeah, I'm on my way out. I'm on my way out, but I didn't want Brock to be the champ anymore."
I figured this was a good way to go out.
Yeah. If I'm going out, you're going out I'm going out with you as the champ. And then another person that, so there have been some rumors about him. Hasn't really been anything confirmed. I really don't want to see him back, but there's always that possibility. Do you think Undertaker does anything on this show?
I think he interrupts Elias.
So if he
interrupts Elias, chokeslam, tombstone. There you go.
I could also see them doing some stupid respect thing, and then maybe Cena interrupts him, and then Undertaker interrupts him, and then they both just double team Elias, and then they both leave.
I'd be fine with that too.
I don't know if I'd be okay with it
but I'd prefer it just be Taker.
Yeah.
If he's not going to have a match, he can have a moment.
Yeah, he can at least be involved in the show in some way.
Yeah.
And hide his, a bit lack of ability right now.
Oh, what I think would be fun.
No.
Elias is playing, Taker comes out, chokeslams him, and then he tombstones him on his guitar.
Oh my god. Oh god, you really want to mess with the fans? I have an idea.
What?
Okay. Kofi and Bryan make their entrances.
Oh no.
And then before the bell rings, Vince comes out and he's like, "Oh, Kofi, by the way, you have to wrestle one more match."
Oh my god.
Gong.
Terrible.
Undertaker squashes Kofi.
And then Undertaker goes to the WWE title match, squashes Bryan, and leaves as champion.
Good God almighty. You know what, though? I will say this. Even though that sounds like an awful idea, if I were Kofi, I'd think of that as a respect thing.
I'd be like, you want me to get squashed by who? Yeah, okay, that's fucking fine.
Yeah, it's the Undertaker. If you're going to get squashed by anybody at WrestleMania, Taker would probably be the guy to do it.
Oh, yeah.
So while we're on the subject, we might as well get to it. WWE title match. Daniel Bryan defends, and I can't believe I'm going to say this, against Kofi Kingston at WrestleMania 35. Just think about that.
Not only that, I'm so invested in this match.
Oh,
it's unreal. If Kofi wins, I'm probably going to cry.
I think I am too. I think I'm probably going to run around my house. I don't remember. I don't remember the last time I was invested so much into a storyline or a character or anything.
Yeah, this build has been perfect. Both their promos have been perfect, bro. Both of everything they've done to build this feud has been perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the only perfect way to end it is with Kofi winning.
I could not agree more. Uh-oh.
I think he drops it the next pay-per-view.
Yeah, and like I said, if he does win, and I hope he does win, I don't envision it being a long reign.
No.
Even if like I think that SummerSlam is like the max.
Yeah. Like, I could see it being the next pay-per-view. Like, I could see it being Money in the Bank.
And honestly,
which is weirdly placed right after Mania this year.
Yeah, I don't understand. The pay-per-view schedule was a little bit weird this year.
Yeah.
It kind of going back to that. To me, if you're gonna put Money in the Bank so close to Mania, then just put the match on Mania.
Right.
But yeah, there are just so many things going for this match, and I think it's going to be outstanding. And I think the crowd is going to be into it 100%. I think
whoever follows this match is screwed.
I actually agree with that. I really hope that they put this late in the show and they don't just bury it in like the 5th or 6th match.
I could see it kicking off the show.
I really don't want it to kick off.
Right. But then if you put it late, what do you put as like the match right after that?
You might have to do like back-to-back title matches. Do like WWE, then Universal, then Women's.
Yeah, but then you'd be pretty much dooming Seth and Brock.
I mean, or you can swap them. So that way, if Brock wins, you can counter with Kofi winning.
Right.
But yeah, I think that this has to happen.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way around it. There's so many things going for this match. The finish has to be Kofi Kingston entering WrestleMania and leaving as the champion. It needs to be done. It has a black wrestler has never held the WWE title, a fully black wrestler. I know a lot of people count The Rock. I get it. But this is an historical moment, and it needs to happen.
Absolutely.
Kofi is probably, other than the women's triple threat main event, he's probably the hottest thing going for them right now. There's no possible way they can screw it up. And if they screw it up, I'm going to be pissed.
Mm-hmm. Like, I'd be okay with Bryan winning, like, long, hard-fought battle, and Rowan gets involved, or Bryan catches him with a flash running knee. Don't have it be a 5-minute match. Don't have it be quick. If you're going to have Bryan win, it has to be long, drawn out, like the toughest fight of his entire reign.
It's got to be like 20, 25 minutes at least.
Yeah. But I don't see Bryan winning.
I don't see Bryan winning either, but there's always that little bit of doubt in me.
Oh yeah.
And hopefully they think smart, because you know, if there's one, I know they're not in New York, they're in New Jersey, but if there's one crowd you don't want to lose, it's a New York, New Jersey metropolitan crowd.
Yeah.
And having Bryan win that match will lose them. I don't think having Brock win loses them. I think having Bryan win loses them.
Yeah. I think having Brock win in a stereotypical Brock wins fashion would lose them.
I think it would lose them, but I don't think it would have like the same effect. I don't think that they'd be hijacking every match afterwards and like just booing everyone.
Right.
I think that if Kofi does not win the title at WrestleMania, whether it's clean, dirty, or whatever, the crowd, you're going to lose the crowd like completely. Yeah. So yeah, it's got to be done, and I hope it is. I want to see it. It needs to happen. I don't know how many times I have to emphasize that. It needs to happen. And that, I believe, let me just count real quick. Hope I didn't miss anything. I don't think I did. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That brings us to the Women's Championship Triple Threat match for both the Raw and SmackDown Women's titles.
It's gonna be good.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so good.
SmackDown Women's Champion Charlotte Flair versus Raw Women's Champion Ronda Rousey versus the 2019 Women's Royal Rumble winner Becky Lynch. First things first. This storyline.
Fantastic. Mostly.
Okay. I was going to say.
It's been quite a roller coaster of ups and downs and this and that. Suspensions, apologies, suspensions. In the match, not in the match. Winning a title.
If I have to sum up this match in 2 words, or excuse me, not this match. If I have to sum up this feud, this storyline in 2 words, too much. Too much. There was just too much extra stuff thrown in. The whole arrest stuff, the whole I'm in the match, I'm not in the match, I'm in the match, I'm not in the match. You know, I'm doing this for Becky. No, I'm going to turn on you or this or that. It was just too much. I understand it's WrestleMania and you need to go all out, but sometimes doing too much can ruin the flow of things. And I think that in a little bit, in some ways, it has. I don't think this match has as much luster as it did a couple months ago. I think that's been replaced by Kofi and Bryan. I'm still excited for this match, and I still truly think that it deserves the spot that it's going to get.
Oh, yeah. And the triple arrest angle they did on Raw was fantastic.
I still have not watched that.
That segment was insane.
I could imagine. Well, I was kind of like I was working Tuesday night. And my friend was like, "Here comes Becky Lynch out of a cop car," and I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "I didn't know this happened."
Yeah, all 3 of them got arrested.
That's how we end. That's how we go into WrestleMania. We arrest all 3 people in the main event.
I mean, we know that Becky's free.
Yeah. Yeah, Charlotte and Ronda have not been confirmed to be free.
But I think Becky wins.
All right. I think
both titles were put on there. I think their thinking is redo the Bryan moment, holding 2 belts above her head, confetti, her music playing, the crowd going absolutely nuts.
Yeah.
There you go.
I think Becky should win, and I think that she will win. I'm going to pick Becky. But there's just a part of me that really thinks that they want to give Charlotte another Mania moment. And in fairness, we all thought that, or at least I thought that either Sasha or Becky was going to win at WrestleMania 32 and Charlotte won. We all thought that Asuka was going to win at WrestleMania 34 and Charlotte won. Now here we are, and we all think that Becky Lynch is obviously going to win, and I still have that feeling that maybe Charlotte's going to win this. I don't know if that's the right way to end the show.
I don't think it is.
I don't think it is either. So I'm going to go with Becky.
I think they know better with this one.
I hope so. But yeah, I'm going to go with Becky, but I'm not confident in that.
Right.
Either way, hopefully it's a really good match.
It should be.
It should be. I mean, look at the competitors and the story and everything involved. If it's not a good match, then that would just suck.
Yeah, someone messed up.
Yeah. So that is WrestleMania, ladies and gentlemen.
Good God.
We've been at this for an hour and 15 minutes. It was actually shorter than I thought it'd be.
Yes, I thought it was going to hit 2.
I also thought it was going to hit 2, but some of the earlier matches, like a lot of them are predictable.
Yeah.
Bless you. Thank you. But yeah, this has been WrestleMania and the WrestleMania Predictions podcast. Walter, how are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling excited. Let's do this. It's my favorite weekend of the year for wrestling. Not my favorite event. That goes to Royal Rumble.
Yeah, fair.
But Mania weekend is always a good time.
I completely agree. And like I said, my interest in pro wrestling has gone down year by year, but every year WrestleMania week always manages to bring me back in some way.
Right.
And that hasn't changed. No matter how crazy and off the wall things have been going into this Mania, no matter the fact that the show is going to be 8 hours long and there's going to be 15 matches on it,
you're still going to watch every single one of them.
Exactly. The bottom line is it's still WrestleMania. It's still the biggest show of the year, and me as a wrestling fan, I am still going to watch it. So yeah, it's WrestleMania week. 5 days. 5 days until the long 8-hour haul. Walter, thanks for joining us.
It's actually 4 days.
Is it? Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay, fine. 4 days. You're right. On that note, bye. But yeah, thank you, Walter, once again.
Thank you for having me.
Kind of bummed that Bret didn't show up, but it's his birthday. I'll let him enjoy it. Happy birthday, Bret.
Happy birthday, Bret.
Like I said in the middle of this video, if you like this video, leave a like. If you don't, leave a dislike. If you want to get involved, leave a comment. If you want other people knowing about us, then share. If you want more great content like this, subscribe to this channel. #subscribe or die.
And before we go,
oh no,
even though he's not here, Bret Lickey is still getting his birthday gift.
Oh no.
I present to you Terry Funk doing the Steiner Math promo.
Oh no. No.
You know, they say all men are created equal, but you look at me and you look at Samoa Joe and you see that statement is not true. He's an egg-sucking dog. See, normally, if you go one-on-one with another wrestler, you got a 50-50 chance of winning. But I'm a genetic freak, and I'm not normal. So you got a 25% at best at beat me. Then you add Kurt Angle to the mix, and your chances of winning drastic go down. See, the three-way at Sacrifice, you got a 33 1/3% chance of winning, but I got a 66 2/3% chance of winning because Kurt Angle knows he can't beat me, and he's not going to even try. So Samoa Joe, you take your 33 1/3 chance minus my 25% chance, and you got 8 1/3% chance of winning at Sacrifice, and you take my 75% chance of winning if we was to go one-on-one, and then add 66 2/3%, I got 141 2/3% chance of winning at Sacrifice. See, Joe, the numbers don't lie, and they spell disaster for you at Sacrifice. You egg-sucking dog. You son of a whore.
I think that was the perfect way to end the show. It's WrestleMania week. Thanks, guys. See you later.